Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stationeers. In this episode, we're going to start rebuilding our atmospheric setup after we tore it all down last time. I've done some mining and some prep for this, so hopefully it doesn't take too terribly long, but it is a bit of a project, and I want to do it right this time. And while we're in here, let's top off our nutrition and hydration. That one. Seeded. Fuel. Grab these, grab these. Go. Pop off all that. And our guy is happy. Mostly. Suit's recharging, but we're in range of the auto charger. I did grab my bigger oxygen tank, so I wouldn't have to refill it as often, as we don't currently have an easy way of refilling it, although we do have a lot of oxygen left. You might notice my nitrogen tank's gone. That's because I was using it as another bit of coolant gas for my furnace setup out there, and I kind of ran out. So I'm all out of nitrogen. So I really need to get this running. Turns out making tier 3 alloys requires a lot of coolant gas. Yeah, we're still too hot. So I'm trying to make some wasp alloy, and we need to be down at like below 1 kilokelvin, and we are probably at this point just about all out of nitrogen in our coolant gas supply. So, oof, we really do need some more gases. So, with that in mind, let's figure out how we want to do our gas storage and refinement. So some things I would like this to do. First of all, just be generally more organized and easy to access all of our gas lines. Secondly, I'd like to have larger amounts of stored gases. Is it probably overkill going by the capacities of the small gas tanks? Absolutely. But I still kind of want to do it just because I think it'd be fun. Yeah, I do. So that means we're going to need a lot more gas tanks. I would like to do insulated gas tanks for everything that's going to be outside, and I do plan on having my gas storage be outside. I'd like to temperature control all the gases using kind of a heat exchanger loop. These are all just ideas. We'll see what we get to in execution. But one of the big things I want to do is be able to automate the changing of filters using a Larry rail, which is why I was making some wasp alloy. So, as you might be able to tell, that probably will be after we get the initial setup thing done, because I don't know if we're going to be able to make that right now, and I definitely can't make the other alloy that I need to make this all work, but we should be able to start making some more nitrogen and other gases once we get everything online. So, let us begin. First of all, we're going to need to lay out some fresh foundations and make some more stuff. And yeah, we've got kind of stuff everywhere. So a big tank is big. I think we're going to need 3 foundations for each of these, and we want to be able to store, if we go look at our gases, nitrogen, oxygen, volatiles, carbon dioxide, and then the only other things that I really want to be able to have a bulk storage of, so besides nitrogen, oxygen, CO2, volatiles, so the main 4 are a breathing mix. So instead of using pure oxygen for everything, use a nitrogen-oxygen mix as a bit of a better, not necessarily cheaper on Mars, but better for us gas mix. And then also maybe a fuel mix. I don't know that I need that much fuel stored right now. Maybe when we get to the point of having rockets, we'll need that much fuel. But now, oh, hydrogen. Never seen it. Because it probably can't be attained naturally. So, but the primary, we need a oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, volatile, and then a breathing air. So 5 packs of 5. Oh, I brought my potato seeds with me. Oops. What is this? Atmospherics kit. We'll need that as well. But yeah, let's grab some more tanks. So we need more. So we have this set to 5. We have 5 currently. I need another. That would be oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, volatiles. Or oxygen. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 sets of 5, so I need 25. I have 5 already, so that's 25. Use up literally all of our everything. But yeah, I do love this auto request system. It makes life so much easier. Also, I think my auto smelter is broken. Yeah, something got messed up with that. I'll have to go play with that in a minute. Let me grab my tool belt though, because I still have my mining belt on me. Or likely need this than that. Make sure my backpack light is on. Yep. Yeah, this is what it looks like in here without that, which is still a very pleasant light. I don't mind this. But this just makes it so much easier to record. And then oh, I also did make in between episodes a sensor lens, which, you know, oh, I don't have a battery in there now. Recharging. But wall hacks be nice. Finding things with this. Oh, it made mining for specific resources so much easier. So much easier, especially deep resources down there. Oh, so much better. Definitely recommend grab a sensor lens as soon as possible, because boy, it makes a difference. We're also going to need some more. These are all iron frames. Well, no, I was reading comments and people were saying that steel frames are cheaper because they require less iron overall. I believe you. It definitely is. I just already have all these, so I'm going to use up what I've got. And then I will start making steel frames soon as it's reasonable. Also, I have a lot of just random iron frames, which were taking up a bunch of storage space. So, let us. Oh, I'm all over the place today. Just if I disable this tonight, it still works even when it's off. It's kind of counting on that, not doing that. Oops. If I throw a data disk in it, disable it for a while. Just because this room isn't actually pressurized, even though it's gained a little bit of pressure over time. I don't actually want it to be pressurized right now. If I just deconfigure the airlock real quick. You undisable the door, please? No? Oh, that's because I did the... Oops. Looking at door. Now it's open. Okay. Now I can just walk back and forth. That's much better. About we were going to run out of stuff. Don't have any more silicon? Really? I guess these are kind of expensive. Well, first stop, fix the auto smelter, because it's full of stuff currently, and I can't exactly smelt anything until this decides it wants to work again. Screwdriver, we're just gonna... We're running again. Now, we just need some silicone. This said I was done with. Also, we're gonna kind of... real quick, just bypass this. Just empty out you. Oh, that's ridiculous. We'll clean all that up eventually. Take what we can. I don't want to waste resources just because they're inconvenient for right now. Ooh, 100 days! We've officially survived 100 days without kicking the bucket. I count that quite the achievement. ILO ores over here. I've run out of space to store them. We don't have any more silicon, right? Yes, I can store some. Alright. Nope. So I get to see. You get to see how well the sensor lens works. Mostly because of my little oopsie. Here, running out of silicon. Kind of thought we had a lot more than I guess we do. And while I do typically cut out mining sections, it's as good as opportunity as any to show off the fancy mining lens. Didn't have to go very far. But we will always just grab this with the tracker, just because I've gotten lost on far too many playthroughs, not been able to find my house. So here we go. There's a silicon vein right here. There's one over here as well. So we can just see it and get it. That's silver, not silicon. I'm dumb. Silver is also useful. But that's AG and that's SI. We need silicon, not silver. We really hate how it looks over here. We can always build a train manipulator to fill back in the area. Okay. Acquired some fresh silicon. Let's see if we can just find some more real quick right nearby. Oh, there's a bunch of nickel right there. Jeez, I went looking for that for so long. Okay, here's some more. But yeah, mining wall hacks. Very much recommend. They make stuff like this so much easier. And you also get to, like, actually see, hey, did I get the whole vein? Or instead of just mining blindly in every direction, hoping that you found everything when you really need something that you can't find any more of. Yes, definitely. As soon as you have access to advanced alloys, tier 3 alloys, because I believe it does require a little bit of some tier 3 alloys to make the sensor lens. But yeah, as soon as you can, super recommend it. You don't need much. I think it's only 5 Inconel is the only tier 3 super alloy that you actually need. Just look at how easy it is to obtain a whole mining belt of silicon. So easy. Effortless, one might say. Ah! Okay. I fell into a hole. Just celebrated surviving 100 days. Does not let you see the holes in the ground. Noted. Maybe take some advice from Minecraft. Don't dig straight down. Oh, it is right behind my face, too. Cool. So, back to our actual intended purpose of this episode, building more atmospheric setups. Hopefully we don't need the hydraulic pipe bender for some stuff at the moment. We can turn off our sensor lens. And drill. That's that corner. Then some silicone system. Over as well. Alright. Now our little demo, I'm going to call that, is over. Hopefully, give it a few minutes. We'll get some silicon into the system. But while we're waiting for that, we can start to plan out how we want to have our atmospheric setup set up. These are all steel sheets. I need iron sheets. Do I not have iron frames? 2 iron sheets. Yes, well, I need to consolidate stuff. Oh, that's actual walls versus. Those are already. Oh, iron sheets. There we go. Maybe a vending machine for like general goods would help me out. Here. But yeah, let's just start to lay this out. So we did have all of our atmospheric setup here, and honestly, the setup we had was not terrible. But we might change the way our flooring works here. So I kind of would like to have access to run all the pipes underneath. CO2 tank of shame over there. How are you doing? You've gone up in temperature, not down. Are you still like just burning through fuel? No. You're trying desperately to get the coolant in there, but there's just nothing to pull. Maybe we just turn you off for now. Hopefully that doesn't result in problems. Yeah, but access underneath would be nice to just make routing pipes a little easier, but we might do that. But what I really want is just like, so that's 3 over there. I'd like to make this room a little bigger so we can, 1, handle water. We don't have water right now. We've been running off our starting supply for a long time, and then I want to run all of our gases kind of just out to some storage platforms. So I think out here is far enough away. We're going to build a 3x3. Definitely gonna need some more. Definitely gonna need some more. But yeah, 3x3, and then we'll put a big tank. I don't know if they actually require 3x3s or if it's 2x2s. Should go figure that out. So gun. Melted silicon yet? Doesn't look like it. It's probably copper. I can't actually see. I should have routed these to not cover the activity. But A, for when it bugs out, like it just did. B, so I can actually see what they're smelting. This has not received any new silicon. And I can't turn it off because it's blocked. Ah! Unfortunate. Let's look at our tank setup. Let's do one thing at a time. Eventually that'll clear. Might have a little be right back in between, but this almost looks like it's just a 4x4. Or not a 4x4, a 2x2. I was going to say it'd be kind of crazy if these were required 9 frames. Take that. There we go. We wanted to have this right there. Or, well, no, we don't actually. Whoop. Hand drill. We would like it. Here. But yeah, essentially, I want to put tanks this way. Tank better. Wait. Those. Do we want to leave reasonable space between them in case one of them decides to go kaboom? Actually, bet I could back that up one. Plumbing. Now, if one of them goes kaboom, they're all going kaboom. That's my my ruling here. We only do irresponsible things on this channel. Yeah, we'll build them, like, directly next to each other. I might move it a couple back just so I can put some additional plumbing in. So I want to have a pressure relief. Or we could just do pressure reliefs like way down at the end, because this will all be one network. Or we could do the pressure reliefs right at the beginning, inside. That sounds better. So we'll do all of the gas cooling and the pressure reliefs inside, and then just out here we'll have our big old gas storage. Let's see. And we were talking about. Might look better though if they went up. I want to have kind of all my fill stations over on this wall back here for my small tanks, so that maybe my large tanks could all be over here, or like my portable tanks. I end up holes. Yeah, we'll have all of our gas lines, the 4/5, potentially, eventually, gas lines coming out this way. They'll connect up to their various tanks. Yeah, it might actually look nice to have them come up and run across the ceiling and then splay off to everywhere they gotta go. The stuff that's gotta go over there, they'll route down and over. That could be cool. I kind of want to have everything accessible. Then, yeah, we'll have an access point. This is where I want to put access down to the lower ducts. More of these get made yet? Oh, good. One got made. Guess we're out of silicon again, but that means more silicon is being actively produced. Getting closer. Regular tanks, they're garbage. We don't like them. In fact, from the recycler. Well, I definitely regret that. I'm like, oh, I need more tanks. Why did I do that? Probably. It'll all be okay. We have. Did all of that silicon not finish this? How much ton does this require? Am I just like absolutely gonna run out of resources from this? How many more did that make? E? Actually check how expensive these are. Oh, 30 silicon. Okay. Well then. I need a little bit more silicon than I thought I did. At this point, we'll be right back when I resolve my little bit of an oopsie here and obtain about 1,500 more silicon than I thought I needed. Oops. All right. One moment, please. All right, welcome back. After mining what feels like a lifetime's worth of silicon, I've realized why insulated things are expensive. There's still quite a bit smelting out there, but we just finished enough to get our tanks made. Don't want to make that mistake again. Also, I did notice a flaw in our design here. Because this vending machine supplies all of these, and these toggle a system down below that is what feeds them. If the hydraulic pipe bender gets locked up, I can't do anything else with either of the machines. Any ingots requested will always get routed to the hydraulic pipe bender, regardless if this one is the one that requested it or not. I don't know that there's a great way around that. I am sure there is. In fact, I've just thought of one. We could add some logic into the ICs, but we are out of device identifiers. So realistically, it would either be non-performant or unnecessary to try and do that. I think the best option is just to try and make sure we have lots of ingots always available, because that's the ideal scenario. We have lots of stuff. Or to order smaller quantities. So if something gets locked up, we only need a little bit, because that took a while. But we now have all of our tanks. But now we can get the rest of the stuff we need. So I'm going to... Another thing I do wish, I know there's probably a way that I kind of looked and there wasn't a very clean way, was to see how much of each thing you have in a vending machine. That could give me a better idea when I am going to order something. I definitely look at how expensive it is beforehand if I actually have enough stuff to make it. So, like, for example, we're kind of out of steel. So maybe steel frames are not the best choice for us. We have a lot of iron, so I'm going to continue using iron frames for now, even though I do want to move to steel frames eventually. Because I don't have any cooling gases, I can't super use my furnace. Because A, I don't want to waste all the effort I've already put into making this Hastel alloy that is currently stuck. And B, I guess I can try and like cool it down a little bit. What am I doing? The root, right? Doing absolutely nothing. Great. Cool. Yeah, just turn that off and leave it. So I do have a very limited amount of steel, now that we've used a ton of it to make all of those tanks. So let's just make some iron frames. Still making a bunch of silicone. Frame, as much as, yeah, 2 grams of steel each, 4 grams. See, it definitely is cheaper. Yeah, 50. Let's go for it. Store some stuff immediately. Grab some more iron sheets. So let's start setting up what we can. Another thought is definitely to build these on just a floor and then have a floor below to route pipes, wires, and all the other stuff to have a very clean setup. And another thing I need to think about is liquids management. So as we specifically CO2, but all of them have the chance to turn into liquid at certain temperatures and pressures. So we want to be able to get the liquid out of the pipes, and to do that, there is the liquid. I know we have one over on our little air conditioner over here. This thing. Atmospherics. Uh, Capacity. Who are you? That neat. Purple. Biomass and arc furnace. Neat. I realize there's. I've never played with water purifier. I actually haven't had to, so we're learning some things together. But yeah, the pipe module that I need is passive vent with a valve. I'm learning all kinds of things I didn't realize existed. Jeez. And I'm still not finding the thing that I actually wanted to find, which is a purge valve, I think. Allows the removal of pressurized gas from a liquid pipe. Okay, that's not actually what I was looking. Condensation valve allows the removal of liquid from a gas pipe into a liquid pipe. Only allows liquids to pass in one direction. So it's a check valve and a check valve for liquids out of a gas tank. So we're going to need some of these. We're going to need something to do with the liquids. I think for now we're just going to like dump them outside. Besides water, obviously, kind of we do want water. But yeah, we will need to actually deal with the liquids this time. That's 30. Oh, I guess they only stacked at 30. Good to know. And let's grab some iron sheets. 50 AU. Go for it. Alright. Finish laying out all of the stuff we were working on. In this case, this just put them almost facing each other. Maximize the efficiency of storage. I don't really want to build more stuff that I don't need to. All right. Arc welder. I don't know why it keeps saying there's an exception on that. It's kind of concerning. Our hole of shame when we blew up a canister. please.
Hydration critical.
Do I super need to? No. Will it make me feel better? Oh, out of power. Does it make me feel better? Yes, so I'm gonna still do it. Fill that battery for a moment. The arc welder is great, but it is power hungry. But it doesn't require fuel, and without a atmospheric setup, that's kind of nice right now. Alright. There's that. You probably are going to need 2 stories for the Larry arm. But that's okay. We can build this 2 stories. Where is all of our atmospheres? Laying this out in general, do we have insulated pipe? We only have 3 insulated pipe. We have more out here. We made a lot of regular pipe, which will be useful for the inside. Not so great for the outside. Or do we just want to use insulated pipe for everything? How much more silicone am I going to be in debt for? One steel and 1 silicone. We only have 40 steel left, whereas regular pipes are cheap. And we have a ton of them. Kind of can't make more steel right now. Maybe we can. Kind of need more steel. This is turning into a mess of an episode. Welcome to surviving in space. Alright. Gonna have to give up on this. Boss Pele, it was nice, but I honestly don't think I'm gonna be able to make this right now, so just merge. Or not. No way of, like, canceling the current operation. To finish for it to work. Maybe we can, like, use the fact that we can vacuum out the room to our advantage and bleed some heat off that way. It seems to be working. I might actually be able to make this real quick. Oh, yeah, because we have 0 coolant gas left. We could always just set up a janky... You know, they don't want nitrous oxide in there. Ooh, I need steel. let's just let that do its thing, though. I mean, it might eventually. Luckily, steel is a lot easier to make. Let's go. Let's go drink so we don't die. Take some water. One thing I will say is I did like in the old versions how there was the option to drink with your suit closed. I get why they don't do it anymore, because it kind of makes it pointless to have pressurized spaces to be able to drink and eat with your helmet closed. I would agree that eating shouldn't be doable with your helmet closed, but maybe just drinking. You know, you gotta do that a smidge more often. Coming down in temperature. Slowly but surely. So switch that. A way of switching that to Kelvin. Temperature. Yeah. I want temperature, but I want Celsius. Kelvin. That's what everything actually cares about. Well, let's set up our atmospheric setups, and then we can deal with the pipes. There's one of them. Oh, I had all of the ones that I need. Beacon. Ballast generator. Oh, these don't stack. That's why they're just kind of everywhere. That's 4. Ice crusher. Found another one? Did we only have 1? So. For our atmospheric setup, going to still have a buffer tank. So we will still need some tanks on the inside. But we're just going to place these kind of like I had them before. Not there. There. Filtration. So could we probably have avoided tearing everything apart? Yeah. No, that was the wrong one. Did I think about that back when I did it? Absolutely not. Not that smart. Never said I was good at this game. I've never once claimed that this whole series, I don't think. Alright, so what do you need? Ice. Good, I've got plenty of those. I think we will actually dig out underneath as well, because I kind of want to do all the liquids down below. Cable coil. Got some cable coils. Screwdriver and a cable coil. So. Alright. Filtration kits are set up. Now we can plumb them all up. Oh! Dang it. Why, dust storm? Also, my poor solar panels. I repaired some of them. I think all of them. But one of them was actually, I think I covered that last one. We will need to build our little solar panel enclosure at some point to stop them from getting broken by dust storms like this. Look out, break the elements from them. Make sure I don't actually lose the wasp alloy if it's created. Coming down. So is the pressure, though. That's unfortunate. So it's going to have to pump in more fuel. So we have no more coolant. Guess we could use a little CO2. I'm just so worried about high pressure CO2 liquefying and just causing maximum problems. Yeah, 50 megapascals. That's too low pressure now. As soon as that goes below, yeah. Well, it's bumping it, but is it also having to bump the temperature? Just watch. Oh, something just blew up. What? What just went pop? Did something just blow up? Certainly looked like it. I don't see anything broken. There's no errors. Dust storm's annoying. Very slowly bleeding off temperature. Gosh, I thought for sure something just went kaboom. I just got to the right spot where I could see inside or something. Really, nothing blew up. Just a little bit concerning when you just see spark like that. Ugh. .04. Temperature is still coming down ever so slowly. 3, 2, 1. Bumps it just a little bit, just enough to keep it above. It's probably just waiting for the collection of exhaust gases, actually. That's what's happening, I'm betting. Oh, this is so inefficient. Let's see. Can we make steel at just whatever this is left at? Yes. Good. Alright. Well, after that fiasco, I realized it wasn't 1K, it was 800K that we needed, and decided to give up. Just make some steel by clearing the furnace and starting over, which worked fine. It was great. A little bit sad that I wasn't able to get my lost belly, but it's sitting in the car. We'll get some once we get some more materials. Let us make 20 insulated pipes. Start plumbing all of this stuff in. So we built our filtration units here. We will definitely need some more pipes, but it is a start. So we're going to have insulated pipes going out here. Now, let's grab our labeler. You are going to be our filtration O2, filtration N2, filtration CO2, filtration H2. So that's our filtration units. Now we need valves, because we need a condensation valve on each of these. So in each line, we want to purge the water downwards. So I'm going to do my water management down below, which means we need no more floor. Let's see where we're at on time. Well, this has been a bit of a fiasco. I think I might call the recording here pretty shortly. We got some tanks set up. We set back up our filtration units pretty much exactly where they used to be. Figures. We definitely have quite a bit more work to do. Did I box this in? No, good. So, what? Do these have connections on both sides? No. Oh, okay. But we can still get in here with the wire. Alright, it's all okay. Thought I wasn't going to be able to access the logic ports, because we're going to need to read the volumes and all that for these. I want to set up some displays inside for what our gases are doing. But, yeah, set up our filtration system, started to... We definitely need it, as evidenced by the fact we don't have any coolant gas for our furnace array over here. We're going to dig out the floor in this area so that we can have, probably not the whole floor, probably just the central area, so that we can have some spots to run our plumbing for liquids management down on the lower deck. And then up here we'll have all of our stuff for running gas filtration, gas bulk storage, is there any other gas? I feel like I'm missing a gas. Oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, volatiles, pollutants, which we don't really want to store for any reason, to my knowledge. And I guess we could store nitrous oxide, but I think we can survive on a small tank of nitrous oxide storage. So maybe we'll do that. But yeah, good start. I don't want this to be a 2.5 hour long video though, so I am going to end this one here and jump right into the next one most likely. But thank you again for watching. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It is appreciated very much. The channel's really starting to build some momentum. I'm glad to see there's still a bunch of people that seem to be enjoying this game and enjoying my early tutorials to play through. That was one thing I wanted to talk about. Tutorials. If you're interested in a more in-depth description of how I do any of the things that I do, please be sure to leave a comment and let me know. I'd be happy to set up more of a tutorial world and do a more in-depth look at how I set up, like maybe the manufacturing array or whatever I'm going to do with gas filtering. We'll see. See if that's tutorial worthy. Those would be a little more succinct and less rambly, less trying to figure it out on the fly. So, again, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, please show your support. I definitely appreciate it, and I hope you've all had a great day. And I'll see you all next time.